Good morning students, welcome to session 7 on fundamentals of Riemann integral. This session is very important. These are all the examples we are solving in this session. We are solving examples using first and second mean value theorem. So these examples are very important. One example will appear in the exam compulsory. It is show that integration from a to b e raised to x dx is equals to e raised to b minus e raised to a using first mean value theorem. Here it is. So here let f of x is equals to e raised to x, which is continuous on a comma b, and f of x is a Riemann integral because we know every continuous function is Riemann integrable, and this implies here a to b f of integration from a to b f of x dx exists. Now consider the function here phi of x is equals to e raised to x. Take this one as here phi of x. So clearly phi is continuous and differentiable on the interval a comma b. Therefore its derivative exists. Phi dash of x is equals to, we can take phi dash of x is equals to e raised to x, and it is equals to f of x. So therefore this phi is a primitive. We know here if phi dash of x is equals to f of x, then we can say that here phi is a primitive of f on a comma b. So then by fundamental theorem of integral calculus we have. So we know the fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Integration from a to b f of x dx is equals to phi of b minus phi of a. That is here integration from a to b e raised to x dx is equals to e raised to b minus e raised to a. So this is about the solution. Let us take one more example. Verify the first mean value theorem for the function f of x equals to sin x and g of x equals to e raised to x for all x belongs to 0 comma pi. Solution. So here f of x and g of x are here. G of x are continuous because we know sin x is also continuous function and g of e raised to x is also continuous function. Here g of x is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 comma pi, because here for any values in these two g of x is, that is e raised to x is always positive here. So by the first mean value theorem we have integration from 0 to pi f of x into g of x dx is equals to f of c integration from 0 to pi g of x into dx for some constant c here. Then integration from 0 to pi f of x. Here f of x is what here? F of x into g of x. No, f of x is sin x into g of x is e raised to x dx is equals to f of c. From equation 1 here f of c is sin c, because here f of x is sin x, so f of c is sin c. Integration from 0 to pi g of x is e raised to x dx. So it is equals to here, this implies here integration of sin x into e raised to x dx between 0 to pi is directly I have taken here it as e raised to pi plus 1 divided by 2, and is equals to sin c into integration of e raised to x is e raised to pi minus 1. Just now we have done here, this is my fundamental theorem of integral calculus, integration from a to b. Just we have done now this one in previous example, integration from a to b e raised to x dx is equals to e raised to b minus e raised to upper limit minus lower limit. Here upper limit is pi, now e raised to pi minus 1. So this one I will tell you here afterwards here, because we know here integration of this one here. So it is so this one integration from 0 to a, integration from 0 to a f of x, this one this is integration of 0 to e raised to ax into sin bx dx. So we have we know this one, so I will give you the solution of this one here directly. So it is 1 by 2 into e raised to pi plus 1. This implies here sin c is equals to, divide this 1 by 2 as it is, e raised to pi plus 1 divided by e raised to pi minus 1. So it is c is equal, this implies here c is equal to sin inverse of 1 by 2 into e raised to pi plus 1 divided by e raised to pi minus 1. So this don't get panic here, I will give you how to get the solution. It is separately one page I will solve you and give you this result here. So it is, this implies what here? This implies c belongs to, this is c is what here? C is in between 0 and pi by 2, and it contains 0 to pi. So therefore here, because it lies between, this lies between 0 and 1. So this implies the first mean value theorem is verified. Using the first mean value theorem, show that 1 by pi is less than or equals to 0 to 1 sin pi x divided by 1 plus x square dx is less than or equals to 2 by pi. Let us take here first mean value theorem is integration from f of x into g of x here. So it is f of x here I will take here f of x is 1 divided by 1 plus x square and g of x is sin x, because here we write this one as here, sin, this is 1 divided by 1 plus x square into sin pi x. This is integration, this is f of x into g of x into dx. It is 0 to 1, no? It is 0 to 1 here. So this is f of x and g of x. So then here you have to check whether these are continuous or not. Here both f and g are continuous on a comma b, that is here the interval is 0 to 1, and so these two are Riemann integrals. And also we have here g of x. G of x is what here? Here it is g of x is sin pi x. It is always greater than or equals to 0 in this interval 0 to 1 here. So other than this it may be negative also. So since here f is decreasing, this one f is decreasing, as the value of x increases, f of x goes on decreases, because it is 1 divided by 1 plus x square. So as f is increasing, so f of x is decreasing, no? It is decreasing function. So this implies here infimum of f. Infimum of f is here, this is infimum of f is upper limit, because here upper limit is infimum and lower limit is supreme, because it is decreasing. So f of 1 is 1 by 2, it is put x equals to 1 here, it is 1 by 2, and supremum of f is put x equal to 0 in this, so it is 1, it is capital M. Therefore by first mean value theorem, there exists mu which belongs to this in this interval here 1 by 2 comma 1, such that integration from 0 to 1 f of x into g of x dx is equals to mu into integration from 0 to 1 g of x dx. This is the statement of first mean value theorem. We can take instead of f of c, we can take mu also. So it is integration from 0 to 1 f of x into g of x is sin pi x divided by 1 plus x square into dx. It is equals to mu into integration from 0 to 1 g of x is sin pi x dx. So it is equals to mu integration of sin pi x is minus cos pi x divided by pi between the limits 0 and 1. And this mu as it is, first you have to substitute upper limit. This is mu by pi is constant. First substitute upper limit here. That is this I will explain here. This is mu by pi as it is. Minus I will take it outside also, so it is only plus, and first upper limit here minus cos pi, because here x equals to 1, and minus into minus plus cos 0. Cos pi, you know cos pi value is here, cos pi is cos pi is how much here, cos pi, that is cos 180 plus 0 I will take here, cos 180 plus 0 is minus cos 0 is 1 here. So it is equals to how much here, mu divided by pi into minus 1, and minus into minus plus 1 here, and this cos 0 is also, because here 180 plus theta comes in third quadrant, in third quadrant cos is negative, and cos 0 is also 1, so it is 2 divided by pi, it is mu into 2 by pi you will get. Since f is continuous on 0, 1, so it attains every value between the limits 1 by 2 and 1. So mu belongs to 1 by 2, 1. This implies there exists c belongs to 0, 1, such that f of c is equals to mu we have taken here. So from equation number 1, what we have here? From equation number 1, we have mu is equals to pi by 2 into integration from 0 to 1 sin pi x divided by 1 plus x square. So this is this one is first question, this one is equation 1, no? So this one is equation 1. So from this we get here, substitute the value of mu here, and mu into pi by 2 it is. So from equation 1 here, mu is equals to pi by 2 into integration from 0 to 1. So it is mu into 2 by pi now, just I have interchanged here. So it is mu is equals to pi by 2 into integration from 0 to 1 sin pi x divided by 1 plus x square, because here what we have equation 1, our equation 1 is integration from 0 to 1 sin pi x divided by 1 plus x square is equals to mu into 2 divided by pi. We want mu, no, just interchanged here, pi divided by 2 into this one. This is our equation 1. So we will get this one here. So since here c is in between 0 and 1 and f is decreasing on this interval, so therefore f of 0 is greater than or equals to 0, greater than or equals to f of c, which is greater than or equals to f of 1, because it is decreasing. Decreasing means you have to interchange this one here. F of 0 is greater than or equals to f of c, which is greater than or equals to 1. Just I have changed this sign here, inequalities. So f of 0 is, we have what we have here, f of x. What we have f of x? F of x is 1 divided by 1 plus x square, no? So f of x is 1 divided by 1 plus x square. So you know this, f of x is 1 divided by 1 plus x square and g of x is sin pi x. So f of x is this one. So f of 0 is what here? 1 divided by 1 plus 0 is 1 and f of c as it is here, and f of 1 is 1 divided by 1 plus 1 is 1 by 2. Or we can interchange here 1 by 2 less than or equals to f of c, which is less than or equals to 1. So we can take 1 by 2 less than or equals to f of c. So f of c equals to, here we have f of c is what here? F of c is pi by 2 into integration from 0 to 1 sin pi x divided by 1 plus x square into dx, which is less than or equals to what? Here less than or equals to 1. So we can take here this is so it is taking this one 1 by pi, which is less than or equals to integration from here 0 to 1. What we want here, our question is 0 to 1, no? So therefore here dividing each term by that is multiplying each term by here. So to get this, multiply each term by, because our question is like this, no? Multiply each term. We don't want this one, no? So we don't want this one, so multiply each term by 2 by pi, so that it get cancelled. So here if you multiply it by 2 by pi, 2 to get cancelled is 1 by pi. Here it will get cancelled. This remains as it is into 2 by pi it is. So this is the result we will get here. So this example is very important. Again you just go through once. If you will not understand, then again you can ask me at any time. Let us take one more example, same type. Find first mean value theorem. Using first mean value theorem, show that pi cube divided by 24 into integration, this is pi cube divided by 24 is less than, I think it is less than integration from 0 to pi into x square dx divided by 5 plus 3 cos x, which is less than pi cube divided by 6. So again we split this one as product of two functions. Here let us take f of x is 1 divided by 5 plus 3 cos x and g of x as x square. So it becomes here, we can take like this, 1 divided by 5 plus 3 cos x into x square. It is in the form of f of x into g of x. So clearly f and g are continuous on this interval here 0 to pi, and also g of x, this is the condition for applying first mean value theorem. If g of x should be greater than 0, according to this you have to select the functions. So therefore by first mean value theorem there exists c belongs to 0 comma pi such that, so this we know, integration from 0 to pi f of x into g of x dx is equals to f of c into integration from 0 to pi g of x dx. So now integration from 0 to pi x square into dx divided by 5 plus 3 cos x is equals to f of c here, f of x is 1 by 5 plus 3 cos x, no, it is 1 divided by 5 plus 3 cos c, integration from 0 to pi g of x is x square dx for c in between 0 and pi. So this one as it is, integration of x square is x cube divided by 3 between the limits 0 and pi. So we will get here this 1 by 5 plus 3 cos c as it is, this is pi cube divided by 3. Take this one as equation number 1. So now here since c is in between 0 and pi, it is given c is in between this interval 0 and pi, cos 0 is greater than cos c, which is greater than cos pi. We know cos pi value is how much here? Cos pi is minus 1. So therefore this cos 0 is 1, no? So therefore cos 0 is 1. So we can take here cos 0 is greater than cos c, which is greater than cos pi. So this implies here 1 is greater than cos c, which is greater than minus 1. So or we can write in converse also. So minus 1 is less than cos c, which is less than 1. This implies here multiplying on both sides by 3. Why we are doing all these things means here we want to convert this one in this form here. 5 plus 3 cos c we want here. So for that first you have to multiply here 3 cos c we want, no, multiplying on both sides by 3, it becomes like this here. And we want 5 plus 3 cos c, no, so adding 5 on each term here, you will get like this here. 2 less than 5 plus 3 cos c, which is less than 8. What we want here, we want 1 divided by 5 plus 3 cos c, no? So just take reciprocal of this one. And you know if you take reciprocal, this inequality changes here. We know this. If a 5 is less than 8. If you take reciprocal, it becomes greater here. So for that it also becomes greater here. So it also becomes greater. So this implies here, I will write once again here, 1 by 8 is less than 1 by 5 plus 3 cos c, which is less than 1 by 2. So what we want here, what we want in the question, that you have to do here. So let us multiplying here, so that is pi cube by 8, multiplying each term by pi cube by 8, because we want here, so this one is pi cube divided by 8 we want, no, it is pi cube divided by 8, this should be 8, there is some confusion here, it should be 8, if it is 8 then only we will get the solution here. Multiplying all the terms by pi cube by 8, so you will get here pi cube by 8 into 1 by 8 less than equals to pi cube by 8, and this one as it is, and this one is pi cube divided by 3 into 1 by 2, so not 8 it is, 3 it is, pi cube divided by 3 how to multiply, this is pi cube divided by 3, not 8 it is, pi cube divided by 3 how to multiply, so it is 8 is a 24, and this one is less than pi cube divided by 3 into 1 by 5 plus 3 cos c. From equation number 1, its value is what here? Its value is integration from 0 to pi x square divided by 5 plus 3 cos x, which is less than pi cube divided by 6. So this is about this solution. Just go through this once again. I will explain if you don't get the solution. And we have one more question. You try to solve this one. This is an assignment to you. I have given the notes also. You just go through this. If you find any difficulties, I will be there to explain this one here, and these are the assignments I have given you also. So if you want, I will explain this once again also. If you want, just tell me here. So this is all about the today's session. Thank you.